Hey, this is your girl, Michelle Diva. I'm bringing you another episode of The Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 10, Episode 9, Leak What You Speak. Okay. If you are new here, welcome. Welcome. We do reviews here, people. Okay. And if you're returning, welcome back. This is the Diva Nation. Welcome back. Welcome back. All right. Give me a thumbs up. Like and share and subscribe to my channel. And we will begin. All right. So the episode begins where the episode left off, where Stacey telling Kiana, you don't have a husband. And then Kay said, yeah, you don't have one either, bitch. I said, that's right. That's right. Okay. That is right. You don't have one either, baby. Okay. We don't know what you and Timo are doing. But she over here talking about, hey, Timo, where Timo at? Where Timo at? Okay. You don't have one either. Yeah, you have an ex-husband. Okay. You have an ex-husband. Okay. Now, you do have something more than than Kiana does, that you were previously married. Okay. But you don't have no husband right now, boo. You don't have no husband right now. Okay. Nothing, honey. Nothing. Okay. So Tia gonna say, she have to keep the storyline moving. Did somebody call Chris? Okay, to see if he said this or whatever. And so Giselle points to Stacey. And Stacey said, I didn't talk to Chris. And so Giselle talking about, you don't know girl code. What girl code? What girl code, Giselle? Okay? What girl code? Girl code is when y'all friends. Okay, so girl code, come here, Giselle. Well, let me tell you. So, it's friends, right? And I will say it's a group of friends, okay? And one is dating their man, and then she get rid of him, and then she pick him up in this group of friends. But Stacey was never Monique's friend. Stacey didn't even know Monique, okay? So, I don't know what you're talking about with girl code. Okay. She didn't date your man. Okay. That would be girl code. She ain't date your man. Okay. But since Monique wasn't on the show, she ain't no Monique, there was no girl code to be broken. Giselle. Okay. I'm just letting you know. Just in case you didn't realize that the girl code only exists when they're friends. But if they not friends, how she know? Okay. I just want to let you know in case you didn't realize it. Okay, let's move on. So then, yeah, she don't know what girl code is, And she says she is not to be trusted around husbands and children. Okay, come here, Giselle. Let's come back. Let's go back to this statement. Okay, so children. Why can't she be trusted with children? Okay, please give me a real example why she can't be trusted with children. Okay, I don't understand. She didn't hit on your daughters. Okay, she ain't hit on nobody's children. So why can't she be trusted with children? Okay, she ain't even hit on Sharice's children. They grown. Okay, why she can't be trusted with children? Now, husbands. Why can't she be trusted with husbands? That's my question to you too. Because you can't talk, Giselle. You can't talk. You my girl, okay, but you can't talk. Okay. The way you did Chris. You can't talk. Okay. You can't talk. Okay, so you can't be trusted with husband. Even though you said he ain't do nothing, he ain't make, you just felt a certain way. He ain't do nothing to you, but he used felt a certain way, so you can't be trusted with husbands neither. Okay? I'm just letting you know. Okay? I'm just letting you go. Okay, moving on. All right. So Sharice calls Chris. Chris said, I don't know what you're talking about. Moving on. All right. So, but Stacey is vindicated. You know, Stacey is vindicated. And so, but nobody believes Stacey anyway. Because she a liar. She is a liar. But apparently right now she's vindicated. Okay. So when Stacey leaves the table, Sharice gonna get messy and say, when they went out somewhere, out to dinner or whatever, two men decide to talk to them, and then the man go to the bathroom or something, and he come back and he said he married, and she was like, what does it have to do with me? Whatever. It fell flat, okay? Shut up, bitch! Okay. All right, Sharice, it fell flat, okay? It fell flat like 4 flat tires, okay? It fell flat. All right. So, Giselle. So, Giselle, yeah. So, moving on. Giselle is talking to Wendy. She tells Wendy that Angel got smoke for you, okay? And so she called over Angel like she her mama. Angel! I said, God damn. Angel was like, who was calling me? Yeah, she called. Angel! Okay. You got smoke for Wendy? You got smoke for Wendy? I said, oh, you ghetto. But you trying to produce a moment. You trying to produce it, okay? You know, you was trying to produce it. So, Angel goes to talk to Wendy, and she said, you know, I think you don't treat me right, and you know, you are dismissive and snide. Wendy said, I am direct. And she said, but I don't have an issue with you. So it is a one-sided beef. And she said, see, this is this dismissive and this gaslighting. And so then Ashley was like, well, what about the catfish conversation? So Stacey was like, Giselle said the catfish comment. And Giselle was like, yeah, I said it. And so Angel was like, well, to Wendy talking about, well, me and Giselle have already had this conversation. And this is another example of you being dismissive. And Wendy said, this is another example of you falling flat. I said, I'd be damned. Angel, I'm going to give this to you.
Me personally, I wouldn't take this level of disrespect.
I wouldn't take this level of disrespect. We'd have threw hands. See, that's why I can't be on the show. That's why I can't be on the show. My Pisces sister, you need to go walk off. Walk off, boo. Okay? Walk off. Cause that when they get the best of me, I'm trying to throw hands. Okay, I'm trying to throw hands, and I'll throw some hands. Okay. Giselle was like, "Oh," I said, Okay, so, and then and Angel did kind of walk off. She was like, "Well, I don't engage. I don't engage. No, thank you. No, thank you." And then Wendy was like, what are you saying no thank you for? We don't even want you here. Angel, pick your face off the floor and just put it back on.
Me personally, I wouldn't take this level of disrespect.
I'm sorry. my Pisces sister, baby. And my Pisces sister. Ooh, yes, honey. She got you. She got you. Okay. And honestly and truly, when I watched it back, I'll still be mad. Because she got me. I'll still be mad. Oh, boy. I can't wait for this reunion. Okay, anyway. So Stacey was like, here comes her Siamese twin, Kiana. And so Stacey was like, what do you have to talk about besides me? And so Kiana, her face was intense. That's my word for it. Because she was like, everything, my life, my business, my condo, my everything. I was like, God damn. God damn. My life, my everything, my... Okay, boo. Intense, child. Intense. And so she's like, what do you have going on? So, of course, Stacey brings out her husband. I have a husband. Stacey, come here, baby. That's not a flex. First of all, you don't have a husband. Second of all, a husband is not a flex. Can I... For all... all... Everybody in the universe, a husband is not a flex. Okay? It is not. All right? It's not. Okay? All right? But she said, I got a husband. Okay? I got a husband. And so she said, and you don't. Okay, and so then Kiana was like, that ring is cloudy in the motherfucker. And I really do think they put motherfucker in there, because I don't think they bleeped out nothing, but maybe I just knew what she said, and maybe I just heard it like that, but I swear to God they ain't be, because I swear to God it's cloudy in the motherfucker. But anyway, so and so Stacey was like, it's cloudy compared to what? Nothing? She said, you need to go talk to Greg. You need to go talk to Greg. And then Kiana was like, well, where's TJ? Where's TJ? Did you pay TJ? Yeah, that's a good question. Did you pay TJ? And did. I know she did. You need to tell him. And did. Now what? Okay. That's what you need to tell him. And did. Because you paid him. The contract online and everything, okay? You paid them. You should just say, and did, and what, okay? Everybody know. But anyway, so, and so then Kiana was like, tired ass Detroit hoe. So Wendy came in between them dancing with her little finger wave. Me, I'm super fly, super duper fly. I can't stand the rain. Okay. Okay, so Stacey so Stacey walks off. She goes to Giselle and congratulates her on her event, and she leaves. But why Giselle? Why are you trying to throw out somebody who trying to leave? Okay. She already trying to leave. Why are you trying to say, get out and, whatever. You look stupid. Okay. You look real stupid.
You stupid.
Okay. She already leaving. What you trying to kick her out for? Okay. So Angel.
No, God! No, God, please, no!
Okay, so Angel went to Bobby and said, I told you I was going to say something to her. Girl. Girl, you should have left it with your tail between your legs. Y'all, you should have went over there and talked to Bobby. Hey, boo, I love you. Yeah, you should have left. You should have left between the tail between your legs. But she said, "I told you I was gonna say something to her." She was nasty and dismissive, and Bobby was like, that's water off a duck's back with your fine ass. Spit on that thing. Yeah. Angel, come here, boo. Your husband fine. My feisty sister. Your husband is fine, okay? Spit on that thing. Yeah. Okay, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Moving on. All right, so Ashley mama Sheila come to visit. Whew. Ashley, you come here too. I told you about 5 episodes before that you need to call somebody and cut your grass, okay? Unless you had these scenes, before you went to Nevis, okay? But your grass looked like that before you went to Nevis. And now she talking about don't look at my backyard and stuff. No, okay, that's not the move. Okay, that's not the move. Okay, I told you to get a landscaper a long time ago. Had that baby in that backyard, grass up to his elbows and shit. Baby can't even play because he can't see. Girl, if you don't cut that grass for them little raggedy baby, I'm stop. I ain't gonna talk about nobody baby. Just them little badass babies because they are bad. Okay, so they can see out in that backyard. Anyway, mom. Sheila asked about Josh. Uncle Lump told her that she should get rid of Josh because, it's plenty of fish in the sea and he ain't one of them. And he also told Ashley that she need to, let her mama live her own life. Don't worry about her mama and stuff like that. But Mama Sheila worked 12 hours a day. I don't know what she does, but she worked 12 hours a day. And she taking care of her alcoholic husband that she's been with for 23 years. And they used to be homeless. They used to be living up under somewhere. Up under somewhere. Yeah, they used to be living somewhere. Okay, so, yeah. So, yeah, so, but Sheila ain't going nowhere. She ain't going nowhere. She gonna take care of that sick alcoholic man until he die or till she die, because she got high blood pressure, she got heart disease, and she was recently throwing up blood. So that means, come here Sheila, come here Mama Sheila, that means there's something going on in your lungs. So that could be pneumonia, or that could be maybe congestive heart failure. It could be, they didn't say what kind of heart disease she got. She could have congestive heart failure. And your lungs is filled with fluid, because your heart is not pumping right, But whatever the case may be, you need to go get that looked at. You ain't supposed to be coughing up no goddamn blood. Ma'am. Ma'am. I wish my mama would tell me she coughing up blood. I would be like, oh no, Jackie. Okay. We don't play that. We going. Okay. We is going. Okay. But whatever. Moving on. Stacey, Jassy invites Stacey and Wendy over to her house. And all the other girls are going to conglomerate over. Is that a word? Conglomerate? I don't know. All other girls is going over Angel House. Okay, I don't even know. I don't know how to put it. Well, I can't say nothing because you know what. What did Angel say? What the hell did Angel say? I don't know that Giselle didn't know the definition of. I don't know. That was last week. But anyway, so Darius is cooking. Okay, all right. Wendy gave up them finger waves. Me, I'm super fly. Super duper fly. I can't stand the rain. Okay. And Stacey got a whole dress on, honey. Okay, she is camera ready. Now, Wendy kind of dressed it down a little bit. She had a little cute little pink jacket on, but with some jeans with some holes in it. Okay, so she kind of dressed down, but Jassy had a whole white dress on, honey. Okay, and Stacey came born with a dress on that she probably got from QVC. Anyway, Stacey can't dress, and this is her second season. She still can't dress. Maybe because her body is not. Oh God, she still need to dress for her body. She's shaped like a pencil, but she still need to dress for her body. You know, shit. Yeah, she gonna have to figure that out. Child. Anyway. On the other side of town, Angel is hosting. Tia, Giselle, Ashley, Kiana. Okay, like I said, all the other girls is conversing over the other house. She said she possibly found a house in Potomac that her and Bobby may buy. Good for her. Let me give you some claps. Let me give you a good for her. Now she'll be the second person that live in Potomac because everybody else don't live in Potomac. Okay, everybody else don't live in Potomac. She'll be the second person that live in Potomac. I thought she couldn't. She probably couldn't find anything because what they wanted acres and they wanted this and they wanted that. So I didn't think they would find it in Potomac. I thought they would have to go out too, but I was wrong. Okay, I can admit I'm wrong. Yeah, so they may, hopefully they find something in Potomac so they can be another person that's in Potomac because everybody else ain't in Potomac. But ain't nobody in Atlanta and ain't nobody in Beverly Hills either. Okay, so it is what it is. I think no. Because Portia and Drew live in... Oh, Shamia live in Atlanta. Shamia lives in Atlanta. Kelly I don't think she live in Atlanta either. She may. She only got a townhouse, so she may live in Atlanta. Yeah. No, I don't think nobody... I think Shamia is the only person that live in Atlanta. Give us... Okay. Moving on. Okay, so Giselle get the party started, talking about Stacey checked in like a Cheeto. No, she's looking like a Cheeto. I really don't understand why it's such a pile on Stacey. I'm not like a Stacey stan or anything like that. I don't really care about none of these folks. I just report the news, but I don't understand why they got such a pile on Stacey. But Stacey just knocking them off. So stuff just falling flat. So it is what it is. But Y'all need to find something else besides Stacey. But this y'all need to figure out something else, okay? Because nobody wants to deal with this. Okay, then Giselle said Stacey is a woman you can't trust. Come here, Giselle. Are you a woman that people can trust? Is any of y'all somebody you can trust? Okay? Y'all not Mary Cosby. Anybody that you can trust. Okay? So, okay? Come on. We know she a liar. Everybody over there, everybody on Potomac is a liar. Okay, I ain't never seen nobody can tell the truth in Potomac. Okay, okay, stop it. On the other side of town, Stacey and Jassy. Stacey said Jassy was screaming at me for something she heard from somebody else. When it comes to Kay, she pipes up. When it comes to Stacey, Kay pipes up. That's what she said. When it comes to Stacey, Kay pipes up. On the other side of town, Giselle, and then on the other side of town, Kiana saying the same thing. When it comes to Kiana saying when it comes to Kiana, Stacey pipes up. So, and she said all her Detroit come out, when it come to her. So they saying the same thing about each other. Stacey asked, "Do you think Kay picks moments with me?" And Wendy said, "You are her favorite toy in the toy box." Now, Wendy, come in. You may not know this, okay? Because you are a woman of a particular age, and I am a woman of a particular age. But back in the day, they called the VJJ the toy box. So, okay. Back in the day, they called it the JJ toy box. So she could be a vibrator, a dildo, or whatever. Sheila E. had a song. Sister comes whoever. Well, no. Sister got a place she goes whenever she is lonely. She got a toy box. Whenever she is lonely, she got a toy box. So that could be real nasty, okay? That could be real nasty, okay? Yes, that's another word. Toy box is another word for. Yeah, okay. She got a toy box. Okay. Listen. So. Let me know if y'all remember this song by Sheila E. Sister got a place she goes whenever she is lonely. She got a toy box. Yeah. brother, what he said? It was something about he mad because he don't have one. Her brother mad because he don't have one. He don't have a toy box. That's in the song. Sheila E. Toy box, okay? Anyway, moving on. This video going too long too. Anyway, Giselle. Okay, so on the other side of town, okay, Giselle saying it was shady of Stacey to allegedly call Chris after Monique said what she said, because he said she ain't said. And she's saying she didn't say it, but everybody else thinks she said it. So we're going to say allegedly, okay? Ashley wants to talk to Monique, and she invited Kiana. And so Wendy invites Stacey to meet with Monique too, but she don't want Kiana around, okay? So Kiana invites her brother, Brian, he cute too, and her mama, Shell, over. And she said Greg asked her to move in, and he wants to buy the condo for her because she at Greg's house and not at the condo. So he wants her to move in. And Shell said, so he can buy a condo, but he can't buy a ring. I know that's right, girl. I know that's right. He could buy a condo, but he can't buy a ring. Oh, okay.
You stupid.
Okay. And so, she said, Shell was like, you moved out for a purpose. You moved out for a reason. And let's make a commitment because it has been 3 years. Shell got a point. She got a point. She know what she talking about. You need to, figure that out. Wendy's daughter, Wendy invites her mama and her sister over. She come downstairs. Wendy's daughter said, how come you ain't wear the yellow heels? And she was just like, you don't like the blue? She said, it's a pop of color. She was like, no, and rolled her eyes. Cameron, you bad. You bad. Okay. You rolling your eyes at your mama and stuff. But, hey, Cameron want to be just like her mama. She want to be just like her mama. Her mama is a world. So I'm not mad at it. She want to be a doctor. She want to be all kinds of stuff because her mama. So I get it. I think she thinks her mama's the most beautiful woman in the world. I get it. Now them boys, on the other hand, we don't know what they want to work for Chick-fil-A. One said she ain't no doctor. Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do with them. Okay, but let me keep going because this really getting too long. She invite her sister Ivy over. She upset because her dad didn't reach out for her birthday, and Ivy was like, well, he don't want us as his kids anymore, so just get over it. Basically is what Ivy said. Then her mama come up, and so Miss Susan was like, listen, she was talking, and then Ivy piped in, and she was like, hold on. She was like, don't interrupt me. And so she was just like, Wendy, he can have 200 kids, but he can only have one Wendy. So you be grateful. And then she said, and look what you got going on, because what she said, you take good care of me. I am enjoying all your money. We're gonna leave that alone. I'm enjoying all your money. Not for long. Moving on. We ain't gonna say nothing. Ashley and Kay meet at a restaurant, and then Monique is there. Kay said, I was on a phone call with Cookie, and Chris said that Monique trashed him. Monique was like, I don't know the truth, because the people that we're dealing with are the twist truths. Basically, they ain't truthful people. And so she was talking about Cookie, Stacey, and Chris. They all twist the truth. So, and I can totally agree with that. Wendy arrives. Wendy tells Monique, Stacey didn't call Chris, and she is coming. Wendy said, Kiana, Stacey don't want to talk to you. Kiana said, I am not interested in talking to that fake ass bitch. I can't tell, Kiana, you always talking to Stacey. Okay, I can't tell you don't want to talk to her. But anyway, Stacey arrives, and Kiana excuses herself to the bar. Monique said, what happened? Because I don't associate with people who associates with my husband. And she said, I never dated Chris.
Why the fuck you lying?
Okay. I never dated Chris. And Monique in the confessional is like, well, if she did, if she didn't, her lies are gonna catch up to her anyway. So just let her keep going. And then Stacey pulled out her phone, showed some text from Chris, when she was on some magazine and shit. And so he said, hit me up, because he heard some information coming out about him in filming. And Ashley was like, you can erase text messages. And so she was like, that was June 1st. She was like, you never met me and things like that. So Wendy had to put her detective hat on. So she went down the line. She was like, suspect number 1 is Kiana, because she got the call from Cookie. Suspect number 2 is Angel, because Angel, Bobby, and Chris are friends. Suspect number 3 is Giselle, because she cozy with Cookie as well. And suspect number 4 is Stacey, because she a liar. Okay, so Wendy said you can run, but you can't hide. But Monique said, I am fine with this. She was like, but I want you to be careful about this situation, because Chris is messy. He is messy, and I divorced him for a reason. Okay? All right. That was the end of the episode. So give me a thumbs up, like and share and comment and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.